Hey, I'm Gus Congemi of Gus Congemi Outdoors, and this week we're down in South Florida hunting gators with a good buddy of mine, Tim Thomas, who played for the Boston Bruins.
Roughly 1.25 million alligators occupy Florida's many bodies of water. From small ponds to the massive Everglades, alligators rule the water in the Sunshine State. For Gus, making the trip to Florida to hunt alligators has become a yearly event.
So picture this, I'm gonna camp in Alberta. It's frigid cold, and we're not seeing many deer, and I'm there with a good buddy of mine, Craig Talbot, who lives in South Florida. He starts talking to me about gator hunting down in Florida. Now, remember this, we're in Alberta, Canada, freezing our butts off, and he's telling me about this cool gator hunting down in South Florida. And I just said, man, when we get back, I'm gonna come down there and do a gator hunt with you. But one of the stipulations I had about taking gators was I wanted to bring them in live. The only way to do it is to be with a state trapper. So Craig hooked me up with Scott Barbin. So me, Craig, Scott, and a couple of Scott's buddies all went out to take gators with my bow in South Florida.
You smashed him right in the freaking nose, bro.
We ended up coming onto a gator, and I shoot and wound up hitting this gator in the nose, broke through the bone, and we pulled this gator in from the nose, got him into the boat. Just an incredible time down in South Florida.
Think about that, Gus.
I'll tell you something, you're over there, and all I could equate it to is like organized chaos. You're on the boat, you hit this gator, and this thing starts thrashing, and it's everybody's got a job to do, but you're really concerned because I watched how far this gator came up out of the water to bite that boat, and if he wanted to pick you off that deck, he could.
Man, that was cool, man. What's the thing?
That was awesome, man. So for me, this wasn't all that big of a deal to kill the gator. The danger to me was taking him in live. That was the cool part. And letting that gator come up, hitting the side of the boat was just incredible. And it's an experience I'll never forget. You get to meet some people in your life, especially with my television show. And Tim Thomas is just one of the coolest guys I ever met. In fact, I watched him in the Stanley Cup that year, and I'm a Ranger fan. He played for the Bruins, but he was Stanley Cup MVP. Just when you hear about his road to getting to the pros and all the things that he's been through personally in his life and just what he went through in his career, it's just amazing when you see a guy make it to the top and be so on his game. And I got the privilege of hunting gators with him down in South Florida.
Gator hunting in Okeechobee, Florida with Okeechobee Outfitters. Hope we get on some gators tonight. They've been seeing them here, and we got Tim Thomas of the Boston Bruins gonna recurve hunt one of these gators. Good luck.
Yeah, thank you.
I think you might need it.
I'm ready.
You ready, man? Let's go drill one. Tim gets his arrow in this gator, and so we're following this and starting to pull up this rope. I mean, you're just watching Chris's hands, he's pulling it in, and we're trying to get some towels on it to pull that rope in because it's just cutting through his hand, and we're all feeling it. Well, they also got a fishing pole, got a treble hook in them, and now we had two people working on it, so this gator had two lines in him, and we're pulling them up to the boat. You're holding it because I'm the one on his back. Congratulations, brother.
Thank you.
Good job, Sam.
Thanks, man. Yeah. Thanks for the work.
What'd you think? Was anything you expected?
This gator is much bigger than I expected.
Yeah, it was a lot tougher, huh?
It's a lot fatter, a lot wider. It sure was strong. Took our guys a long time to get him up off the bottom. They did a great job. Okeechobee Outfitters. And I'm just thrilled with the gator that I got. I didn't really know what to expect, this being my first time gator hunting.
I hear you, yeah.
And didn't expect to get one this big, so.
It's weird because you think it's the shot that's the important thing. And
yeah.
That's when the work all starts.
Yeah.
Getting them into the boat and getting them up is the tough part.
Thanks for bringing me on this hunt. Thanks for inviting me.
I'm happy you're here.
So we went on this hunt. Tim was doing it with his bow. And that was really cool for him to do it. Tim's a traditional archer. He did it with his bow, and that was cool. But for me, the best way to do this was with a fishing pole. And it doesn't sound real exciting till you get a big gator on the other end of a line and you see how long it takes you to pull that gator in. And every time you make a few inches or a few feet of getting him closer, he just strips line at will. I fought that gator for over an hour and he drug that boat all over that lake. And that was rewarding because it was all me. I tell you the truth, using the bang stick didn't interest me. I wasn't letting go of that pole for any reason. And to me, fighting a gator yourself, and feeling that power is what this was all about.
What a couple good gators.
Now you got to picture this. Got a bunch of grown men on this boat, and now we got a big gator laid in the back. Well, we finally get my gator into the boat. The weight of the gator starts dropping the back of the boat. And as Tim's standing on the back of the boat, this water hit the back of his legs. And man,
Real funny, guys.
Timmy, that was
Real
good.
funny.
Timmy, that was good. That was one of the highlights of the trip, just to have that real moment. See Tim jump when that water hit him, and it just busted me up. So to get to experience this hunt with Tim Thomas, my buddy Troy, to be down in South Florida, catching gators, doing it with a rod and reel, fighting the gator myself, was just awesome. And to be able to get some really good gator meat, take that home, meant the world to me. Hey, listen, if you like this video, don't forget to comment at the bottom of it, share it, subscribe to the channel. Hope to see you again next week.